course named Organizational Behavior, and with them we developed the learning contract, learning agreement. That's why I asked you to interact with us about the use of learning contract, since you have a huge experience using that in all your courses and in a lot of different contexts and with different adult learners. So I would like to give you the word just to introduce yourself, and if they want, they can introduce themselves too. Okay?
Yes.
I would like to present Mr. John Henschke. I'm glad to present Professor John Arthur Henschke. He is chair of Andragogy at Lindenwood University. Is more than 100 adult education paper, conference and workshop presentations to various international, national and local gatherings have strongly impacted the field of adult and continuing education. Over a period of 18 years, Dr. Henschke has been recognized by many awards and honors. He has served the American Association for Adult and Continuing Education as president from 1996 to 1998, and in 1998 he was inducted into the International Adult and Continuing Education Hall of Fame, located at Thurman White Center, University of Oklahoma, Norman. So, John, thank you to be here today.
Thank you, Mario. It is a wonderful privilege, as far as I'm concerned, to be able to meet with folks from Padua, from the University of Padua in Italy, and to have the opportunity to interact with you, responding to some of your questions, and you responding maybe to some of my inquiries along the way. I just want to say that basically how I identify myself is that I'm a lifelong learner, and I'm continuing to learn, and I anticipate that this experience will be a learning experience for me along what I hope will be a learning experience for you.
Okay. I think that we can start with questions, or...
One question I want to ask, do I need to speak slowly in English, or are they going to translate this into Italian somewhere along the way? Did I speak too fast when I was talking earlier? I can slow it down very much.
Okay, I think that if you can speak slowly, it's better for us, but however, we try to translate if someone doesn't understand.
Okay,
so.
All right. And also, procedure-wise, Monica, do you want to ask the questions and then I'll respond, or do you want Mario to ask the questions here and I'll respond? And
I think that somebody of us can ask questions. I don't know.
Okay. Do they want to start out with a list of questions that have been shared, or do you have some questions there that people could just come out with right now?
I think that some students can.
Okay, all right. I'm ready to go whichever way you want to. All right.
Credo che il microfono sia spento. Ancora. Ok, perfetto.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we have prepared some questions. The first one is, as you are an expert in the learning contract, have you found some differences in the use of a learning contract in different cultural contexts? In example, Italy and USA?
Yes, I do, but I want to refer you to the paper I think that Mario has posted for you, and the paper is the one that Dr. Monica and Mario and a colleague of mine, Dr. Susan Eisenberg, and I, we put together and presented at the International Society for Comparative Adult Education in Las Vegas earlier in the month of November. In there, we give a major example of the different uses within various contexts, and especially in Italy and the United States. I have been involved with learning contracts since 1975. Is my pace of speaking okay?
Yeah.
1975, I've been involved since then using learning contracts in various settings in the university as well as with groups in the community. Dr. Susan Eisenberg basically got involved in using learning contracts when she was a student of mine at the University of Missouri in St. Louis, and that was in the early 1990s, early mid to mid 1990s, and she finished her work in master's and doctoral work in 2005. And she used learning contracts as a student or as a learner at that particular time. During that time, then Dr. Monica and I met in 2010 at the American Association for Adult Continuing Education Conference in Florida. I don't know to what extent she was using learning contracts at that time, but it was after that conference in 2010 that we decided together that we would begin doing a cooperative project in research on the use of learning contracts. And so I think it was earlier this year that you all got involved in learning contracts, or her classes there. Mario was part of that, and it is out of that experience that that she and Mario developed their part of the paper. So when we presented, the four of us, Dr. Monica and Mario and Dr. Eisenberg and myself, presented at Las Vegas, we emphasized the different stages that we are each at as far as using learning contracts. Not saying that one is better than the other, but the different ones are at different stages of using learning contracts, and therefore it becomes a useful tool at whatever stage you want to use them. And I have used them in various other settings along the way in my experience, and have found them to be very beneficial with the group or groups that I have been working with, or the individual learners, because it is a tool that can be adapted to where people are in their learning, what they want to do with it, what they want to learn, how they want to go about it. And it is kind of a tool that provides a good structure for you to think through the use of learning contracts and the purpose and what you are seeking to accomplish. Does that address the question?
Yeah, I think yes.